The biggest change on this is basically restriping what is now the angled parking on the east side of the park, south of 4th Street down to 3rd, in parallel parking. So you would then have parallel parking on both sides of Park Avenue. And in effect, what we're doing, we're losing, I think, once we stripe it out, the final striping, maybe 5 to 7 parking spaces for that total block. Where we're thinking about picking that up is adding some angled parking on 4th Street, east of East Railroad Park. The issue on Park is it's a narrow street. There's no protection between the sidewalk and the parking. There's no bumper stops. So cars that pull into that angled parking, one might block half the sidewalk if they pull up too far. So,
and it was that block that we identified probably the most problems in one single block was because of that angled parking. And as Ted mentioned, we're taking away the sidewalk experience with that parking. We're also hanging out so far that sometimes 2 cars can't pass on Park. Park is literally squeezed down to where it doesn't facilitate 2 steady lanes of traffic. And the third, it's so hard to back out on the Park from those diagonal spaces or angled spaces. If you're a shorter car than the car next to you, you're just backing into a dead blind zone. So we felt like by changing that to parallel, and I'll say parallel with what I explained earlier, each one of these parallel spaces will have the ability of 3 golf cart spaces also. So if we let the people know, here's how you park your golf carts along there, once again, we might be losing 5 to 7 car spaces, but we're certainly picking up a whole lot of potential golf cart spaces.
Yeah, I think if you drive along, observe, you'll find 3 to 5 golf carts at least in this one block almost all the time. So there's 3 to 5 spaces they're taking up.
and you don't have to do this in every space.
Some of it.
Ted, I think your number is I got a different number. By looking at exhibit 5 and 6 and trying to count the diagonal parked cars, and then looking at the parallel parked yellow marks, I have a difference of between 8 and 9 spots rather than 5, or I think you said 5 to 7.
I think you're right. I had one count that had 7 up in this block and a difference of 3 there, as many as that. So it could be up to 10.
And this isn't
on
exact.
on car spaces.
I agree with the advantage of having 1 car space lined so that you can get 3 golf carts. That would be a big plus. But I'm concerned about if we go that direction after having, I think, eliminated current parking in front of the Loose Caboose, the Pink Pony, I think we're going to have a fairly large deficit of car parking. Now, that can be taken care of if you can persuade people to bring golf carts rather than cars, but if it stays the same ratio of golf carts to cars, we're going to have to find more than 5 additional spaces there on the